Yeah, it's John G. Sutton here. Tales from the jails. Yeah, we'll talk today about that shithouse from Manchester called Dominic Noonan. Yeah, we all know Dominic Noonan is. First rate knobhead. Yeah, and anyway, he's a Manchester gang leader, or so he thinks he was. But basically, what he was doing was exploiting young boys. By young boys, I mean young men about 15, 16 years old. That was his target. Because Dominic Noonan was a male and is a convicted male rapist. Now, if you don't know about Dominic Noonan, you can go and see the documentary, which is on YouTube at the moment, I believe. It's by Donald. Anyway, it's on. It's called a Very British Gangster, but he isn't a gangster. He's just a rapist. He's just, and he might be a big hefty guy, and I knew him of him from Strange Ways Jail in Manchester, where he said he was too tough for Strange Ways. They couldn't handle him. Well, believe me, if you look at the videos of him, you'll see him locked up in Strange Ways, and it looks to me like he isn't getting out. You know, when you're locked up in the block, you ain't winning there. I mean, in my days, we had the school bully. Now, the school bully was not, as you all might think, a vindictive, arrogant, big, hefty guy who just beat the living daylights out of you for fun. He was much more than that. Yeah, he'd do it on behalf of the British public, because that's what he believed the British public wanted, that their prisoners should be abused, beaten and thrashed. And that is what would happen to Dominic Noonan. 13th of June 1964 saw the birth of Dominic Noonan. He changed his name to Latterly Fataloy or something, which meant something like look after yourselves or something like that. Obviously a deranged tit, but in I think it was 1991, the Noonan gang, because it wasn't just Dominic Noonan, he had an arsehole of a brother as well. He obviously likes arseholes, you know, because he's been a bit of a male rapist. Pardon me for lapsing into the vernacular. Hey, I don't want to seem like I'm not politically correct, and I have got absolutely nothing against people who are in that general direction at all. But people who rape women or children or men, that is diabolical. You know? I mean, how do you get over that? When I was 15, I used to work at a cinema as an odd job boy. I was doing the boilers and any jobs that were going in the cinema, you know, I used to do that. And on my way home one night, a guy tried to grab me. Seriously. Said, come with me, and got hold of me. And I thought, I know what's going to happen next. I knew what was going to happen, you see. And following a severe beating, the man ran into the middle of the road. Stopped the traffic. Help, 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 I'm being attacked. He wasn't being attacked. He was being thrashed for trying to molest a 15-year-old boy who didn't like the idea. Yeah. Anyway, Dominic Noonan, yeah, he was convicted of rape of a 15-year-old boy. He was convicted of arson, blackmail, perverting the course of justice, and in May of 2018, he was convicted, believe this or not, it's hard to believe, 13 different offences of raping underage children, underage boys. I mean, how diabolical is that? Once you've been assaulted like that, I imagine it would be very difficult to deal with the rest of your life because you've been molested by another man. I mean, as I say, when I was 15, somebody did try to molest me. And unfortunately for them, I was quite adept at dealing with it, which I don't think they expected. Hence they ran into the traffic and screamed for help, which is what should happen to all molesters like that. Dominic Noonan, yeah, my brother had dealings with Dominic Noonan when he was a detective inspector in the CID at Manchester. He said he was a total shithouse. So there we are, that's today's little rant about rubbing rags. I'm not really against prisoners, I mean, a lot of prisoners are unfortunate. And as I say, I've said many times, they're but for fortune, or you or I. And the problem is that you've got to give people some respect. But how can you treat respect to some twat like Dominic Shithouse Noonan? Bollocks to him. I'm going to sing you a song now because you lot have asked for it. I hope you've all bought my book, by the way. That's it, the song, ding. It's a warning. I did say I would warn you. I'm going to sing. Imagine that. There we go. It's plenty ding-dongs today anyway. This is I'll Be Seeing You. It was originally recorded by Vera Lynn. I think this is going to get murdered, I can't see myself doing a great deal of a good job with this. Cathedral bells were tolling, and our hearts sang on. Was it the spell of Paris, or the April dawn? Who knows if we shall meet again? But when the morning chimes ring sweet again, I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the bay, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well, I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's bright and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. There you go. I think we tortured that a bit, didn't we? Hey, not too bad. Did you survive it? Don't forget to get my book, HMP Manchester Prison Officer. It's on Amazon, by the way.